What's up, guys? My name is Review Booze, and today I wanted to show you my entire boutique Blu-ray collection, specifically horror. I'll show you my horror stuff. This is my entire horror shelf. The boutique label stuff starts, it starts kind of on the top with some box sets, and then we start over here with some Scream Factory going across the top. I don't have too much, but I do have a nice little amount, ending right here with my one Criterion. So I'll go through them. If I've seen the movie, I'll talk about it. Yeah, let's just get started. We'll start over here. Starting off, we have the Halloween 4Ks from Scream Factory. The first one, I like this movie. I don't love it as much as other people do. I respect it more than I love it, I will say that. Halloween 2, really fun time. Kind of boring, though, in some spots. It kind of drags in that middle section, I will say. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, one of my favorite Halloween films, if I'm being honest. I absolutely love that. Halloween 4, my favorite Halloween film. I genuinely love this movie, I will say that. Halloween 5, really fun movie. The first one, a Halloween movie that I'd seen anything from, so that's always cool. Then we got Curse, H2O, and Resurrection. Not too big on Curse, I will say that. H2O is one of my favorites from the franchise, and then Resurrection is just, I think it's so dumb, but it's just so fun at the same time. Absolutely hilarious movie with how bad it is. Halloween 10-disc collection. This is the only way I have the Rob Zombie films. I love that first Rob Zombie film. Unpopular opinion, I actually like it more than the original Halloween. I know I'm going to get some shit for that, but I absolutely love the Rob Zombie remake. It's the first full movie in the franchise I had seen. And then the second one I think is actually okay. I don't like it as much, but I think it's pretty good. This is a second sight release of Dawn of the Dead. Fucking love this movie. I do have the I've got, let me find it here real quick. In my zombie section right here. I do have the Anchor Bay release, which is kind of really sought after still, but yeah, this is the way to go. This is the 4K set. Get the 4K set. Absolutely amazing movie. Got the Amityville Horror Trilogy. I've only seen 1 and 2. Like them both. It's Alive trilogy. The first one's good. The second one's good. The third one is one of my least favorite horror films ever. We got the Omen box set. I got this because it was $30 at Walmart. I've only seen the first one, and I think the first one's just okay. I'm not too big on it. Not my favorite subgenre, if I'm being honest. Then we got the Fly collection, one of my favorites. I love the remake and its sequel. Well, not the sequel. I love the remake. The remake sequel is not very good at all, in my opinion. Then we got my favorite box set in the first boutique label release I got, the Critters collection. Absolutely love the Critters franchise. My second favorite horror franchise ever. The Big Boy, the Friday the 13th collection, absolutely beautiful. Not going to take it out and show you because I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother has seen this, but such a great damn box set. It's a miracle it's still in print, so go get it if you haven't. Got the Arrow Video Empire Screams box set right there. This is the not that big of a release one, the not deluxe one. I was going to get the deluxe one, but I just missed out on it. I didn't pre-order the set because I just hadn't seen any of the movies. I have seen Dolls and Cellar Dweller. Really love Dolls. Thought Cellar Dweller was just okay. Got some Arrow Video box sets here. We got the House collection. Only seen the first one, and I think the first one's pretty good. Look forward to going through those. Got the Hellraiser Quartet of Torment. I love the second one. The first one's just okay, and 3 and 4 are just kind of meh movies to me. They just announced the tetralogy of something, I think. I think that's what it's called. Sucks because the tetralogy box set, I completely just butchered that, has them on individual cases, which I prefer to the to this fold-out booklet. But I don't know. I'm happy I got that because, in like 10 years, that's going to be such a collectible item, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I got that, motherfucker. But yeah. The Phantasm collection from Arrow. These are all Region B. I've only seen the first 2 Phantasm movies. I love the first one. The second one I'm not too high on, if I'm being honest. Then we got the Psycho collection. Man, Arrow Video was killing it this year. I love the second Psycho movie. The first one's good. It was before my time, really. But yeah. Got Tremors. This is the Blu-ray. I didn't get the 4K because I wasn't upgraded to 4K at the time. Love this movie. One of my favorite films ever. Along with its sequel, Tremors 2. I hope that they do 3 and 4 like this. I really do. After that, I don't really care that much, but... Then we got the Warriors box the Warriors box set. I just got this today. I haven't seen this movie, but I'm going to watch it tonight. And, yeah, that's probably going to be one of my favorites from what I've heard. Moving on, we got Scream Factory with slipcovers. These are 4K releases right here. Alligator, really fun time. Really good. Finally, a good release of that, too. Army of Darkness. Love this movie. Probably my favorite Evil Dead film. We got The Blob with that new slip, which looks beautiful. I'm only getting the new slips for movies that I love. I've made that decision. I can't spend the money on all of them to get new slips. The Burning, one of my favorites. I'll take it over any Friday the 13th. Child's Play, my favorite movie of all time. Had to get it. Along with Child's Play 2, because the Child's Play franchise is just my favorite of all time, so I had to get the entire franchise. Got 3, which I think is the best out of the new artwork. I think it's just so damn beautiful. Got Bride, again, one of my favorites. Seed. Curse, which I thought this was going to have, like, the worst of the new artwork, but I think that this might have the best of the, as far as, like, you know, Bride through Cult, I think that might have the best of the artwork. And then Cult, which is a movie I'm not too big on. I tried rewatching this about a week ago, and I didn't even really make it through it. I turned it off with like 20 minutes left because I was just so bored, man. It's a boring movie. The Craft, fun mid 90s horror film. Creepshow, great little anthology. Dawn of the Dead 04, one of the best remakes. I'll say that. Love Dawn of the Dead 04. Does not beat the original though. Dead Silence, this was a fun one. This was a blind buy. I did get the alternative art because I really liked it, but this was the one exception because I'm not getting any of the other, deluxe releases unless I've seen it. Escape from New York, really great action flick with Kurt Russell. Love that one. Don't know why it's a Scream Factory title. It's not a horror. Exorcist 3, the best Exorcist movie. Krampus, the naughty cut. I remember loving this movie. I haven't seen it since it came out on Blu-ray originally, though. Life Force, haven't seen it. Nightbreed, I only watched the theatrical cut. This was a first-time watch, and I just thought it was okay. David Cronenberg's character, I just don't really care for. I think that his performance is not very good. People Under the Stairs, haven't seen it. There's a couple in here that I haven't seen, guys. Pumpkinhead, love it, one of my favorites. If I can get it back in there. There we go. Got Species, really fun. Grew up with that one. I've always loved Species. Then ending the 4Ks with slips, I've got They Live. Probably my second favorite Carpenter film behind The Thing. Autopsy of Jane Doe. We got some Blu-rays here with slips. Really good. One of my favorite ghost possession type movies. Not too big on those. The Blob. If I can get this out here. This is the Blu-ray that they did, and I didn't have a slip for it, so I just threw this slip on it and called it a day. Child's Play Blu-ray, already talked about it, favorite movie of all time. Idle Hands, love this one, really great. My Bloody Valentine, really fun movie if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it though. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, favorite anthology, love that movie. Got Black Christmas. These are just non-slips now. I've got like one 4K in here, I believe. But yeah, Black Christmas, classic. The Burning, already talked about it. Candyman, not a big fan. I'll say that. I know a lot of people love it. I've never been into it. Day of the Dead, my favorite zombie film ever. This is a top 5 horror film easily. One thing I'm a little confused on is why haven't we got a 4K of this yet? That's my big question. Like, where's our Day of the Dead 4K? Like, come on, Scream Factory. Got Don't Knock Twice. Haven't seen it. Got The Fog. Every time I go to watch this movie, I don't know what it is, but I always fall asleep. So I haven't been able to watch it all the way through yet. Got Graveyard Shift, one of my favorite Stephen King films as a kid. Absolutely loved it. Need to rewatch it though, it's been a minute. We've got The Howling, best werewolf film ever, in my opinion. Humanoids from the Deep, absolutely love this film, such a classic. Jeepers Creepers, I hate the director, I do, but this movie was the first film I seen, and it's a good horror film, it's a great horror film. Terrible director, awful, piece of shit, human being. Lake Placid, this was another one that I grew up with, absolute classic. Land of the Dead, I was not a fan of this at all. I don't ever want to rewatch that again. I thought it was just awful. Night of the Comet, really fun 80s movie that I just really have no desire to go back and rewatch. Not a bad movie at all. Not a bad movie at all. Night of the Demons, do not like this at all. I should probably give it a rewatch because when I first watched it, I thought I was going to have a lot more fun with it, but it's just bad. It's just bad in my opinion. Psycho 2, already talked about it. Return of the Living Dead, this one grows on me every time I watch it. When I first watched it, I didn't really care for it, but I've rewatched it a couple times since, and I'm starting to like it a lot more. Silent Night, Deadly Night, classic. Silver Bullet, one of my favorite werewolf films ever made. It's just great. Sleepaway Camp, it's okay, a little bit overrated. This was the second release from Scream Factory that I had gotten out for the Critters box set. Slither, one of my favorite James Gunn films. Absolutely love Slither. One of my favorite horror films, actually, in general. It's such an underrated one. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, fun shit. Just a fun piece of shit movie. The Thing, dude, this movie is awesome. It competes for The Blob for my favorite remake. I used to think The Fly, but then I seen The Blob, and I was like, no, it's The Blob. But The Thing, dude, is starting to kind of creep up on it a little bit. Trick or Treat, really fun. Probably my second favorite anthology. John Carpenter's Vampires. This is, unpopular opinion, this is my third favorite John Carpenter film. I really love Vampires. I think it's a damn fine movie. Then we got Steelbooks here. I got the Army of Darkness Steelbook. I own way too many copies of Army of Darkness, but this Steelbook looked amazing. It was the last one at Best Buy, so I was like, fuck it, let me get it. And then I got the Child's Play Steelbook. Favorite movie of all time. Of course, I'm going to get the Steelbook for it. Hoping that they do 2 through 7 for that, too. Halloween 2, already talked about. Piranha, I prefer the remake. The first one's not that great, in my opinion. I almost said Puppet Master. Pumpkinhead, fun creature feature, like I said, one of my favorites. And Slumber Party Massacre, I've never been able to finish this movie. I think it's pretty bad. So now let's get into the arrows. Alright, starting off with the arrow videos here, we've got Alice, Sweet Alice. I just got this one a couple days ago, so I haven't watched it yet. American Werewolf in London, it's another one that I've still got to watch. I got those two for as a gift for Christmas, so I just haven't watched them yet. Basket Case, classic. I did get the dreaded blue case twice. Blood Rage, every Thanksgiving I tell myself, I'm going to watch this, and I just never watch it, so I've just got to. I'm going to watch that, I'm going to watch it. Chud, the first Arrow video release I got, one of my favorite horror films ever. I love Chud, such a great film. Contamination, cheap Aliens ripoff, not too big on it. And that's the only other time I got the blue case. The Crazies, I watched this when I was younger and I loved it. I haven't rewatched it since, but I did pick up the Arrow release because I do want to rewatch it one of these days. Creepshow 2, kind of prefer this to the original if I'm being honest. I kind of do. The only scene I'd really take out of that is the hitchhiker part. I don't really care for that one. Edge of the Axe, it's an okay little Spanish slasher. Nothing to write home about. Hellraiser, already talked about that, along with its sequel, Hellbound Hellraiser 2. Hills Have Eyes original, I've seen the remake, and I love the remake, so I'm just waiting to throw that one on. I just haven't yet. The Mutilator, fun little slasher, nothing really to write home about again. Reanimator, one of the best zombie films ever. Slugs, really fun little creature feature, if I'm being honest. Definitely give that one a watch, it's fun. Society, gross movie. It's a gross movie, I'll just say that. Trapped Alive, this film is pretty bad. It's borderline so bad it's good, but I think it's just a bad movie in general. Vamp, one of the best vampire movies ever. Love me some Vamp. Now we got some Vestron here, and a lot of these Vestrons, I'm going to be honest, the only one I've seen is Chopping Mall. The other ones I got because they were just kind of cheap, and I was wanting to build out the collection. I just haven't watched them yet. So I've got Chopping Mall, like I said, really fun movie. I really love the Chopping Mall. Wishmaster Collection, still got to sit down and watch those, along with Shivers. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5, which I haven't seen any of the Silent Night, Deadly Night sequels. I know about them, so I don't know. I should have this year, though. The Dentist. Moving on to some Vinegar Syndrome here. I don't have a ton, but I am starting to get a little bit here. I've got Creature. This was a film I seen when I was younger. Got this, rewatched it, and I think it's kind of boring in some spots, but other spots it's pretty good. Dolly Dearest, I'm trying to get the glare off this. Holy shit. This film I thought was going to be good, and I was really disappointed. I think this film's just boring, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not, if I can get it in here, Jesus. I'm not too big on Dolly Dearest. I wanted to love it because I'm such a huge Chucky fan, but I couldn't. We got From Beyond. This film was awesome. I really loved it. Night Beast. This is a trauma movie. Unless you really like low budget films, then if you like really low budget creature features, then watch it. Otherwise, I couldn't recommend it because I'm not a big fan of it. Scared to Death. Still gotta watch this one. Seen the creature and was like, you know what? Let me get that. Fuck it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. My favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I absolutely love it. Ticks. One of my favorite fucking 90s movies. I absolutely love Ticks. Got some MVD here. I've got Ghoulies, one of my favorite little creature feature franchises. If I'm being honest, I really like Ghoulies, but I really love Ghoulies too. This film is amazing. So then we got Synapse. I got Phenomena. I got this because I'm such a huge Iron Maiden fan, and I know that they play it in the movie. They play Flash the Blade in the movie. I started watching it. I kind of fell asleep because it was really late and I was really tired. But from what I remember seeing, I really, really enjoyed it. If I can get it back in there. We got Suspiria. This one everybody talks about. I got it. Just still haven't watched it yet, though. So, The Kindred. Dude, this was a big deal when it came out because I think this was the first upgrade it had gotten since VHS, if I'm not mistaken. It's a fun little creature feature, though. It's a fun little creature feature. Prom Night. I haven't seen it yet. Deep Blood. So we got some Severin here. This film's this is a so bad it's good film, in my opinion. Killer Crocodile, not a fan. I wanted to be a fan. The crocodile looks incredible, but the film is not. We got a Blue Underground title here. I got Zombie. I wasn't the biggest fan of this one, if I'm being honest. I thought it was kind of boring. I know this is a lot of people's favorite. I just couldn't get into it. Sorry, but I couldn't. And ending with my one Criterion release, I've got Night of the Living Dead. It's a classic. I don't think it's better than Dawn or Day, but I really enjoy it. But yeah, that's the boutique collection, just kind of giving you a little overview again. Going across the top there. I've only been collecting for about just under 3 years now, and this isn't my entire collection. This is just the horror stuff. But I'm starting to build a collection. I'm super happy to have at least this much. But yeah, that's the collection. See ya.